In this video, I'm going to show you the Moto Preferences and how to change some of the Moto Preferences. To find the Moto Preferences, go up to the top of the screen where it says Moto and choose Preferences. Keyboard shortcut on a Mac is Command, comma. That's going to bring up this screen right here. Now, I'm not going to go into all the preferences because there are quite a few, but there are a number of preferences that I want to highlight to tweak the experience inside of Moto. Let's start off by looking at the remapping preferences. Now, inside the remapping, there's a couple important ones. This is where we set the undo level, which is really important. If you are an undo person like me, I like to go back in time and change things. So you can change that here. Also, you can change how your mouse behaves inside the remapping preferences. If you come from a different 3D application like Cinema 4D or Maya, you can change how your mouse operates to simulate those other applications. You can also change the input device. If you are doing some sculpting or maybe some painting inside of Modo, you can change your input device to tablet, which is often quite helpful. Now let's keep cruising. I want to talk about the accuracy in units. Now this is where we can change how our grid operates inside of Modo and how all of the units are displayed and how the units that we work with. Now it defaults to metric, but we can also change it to standard imperial or English or game units, which is kind of cool, or unitless. So if you like to work in like feet or inches, maybe you change it to English. So I'll leave it up to you to determine how you like to work. Okay, let's keep cruising. A couple other ones that I want to talk about. Let's go over to the tool handles preferences, and down here at the bottom are the draw styles. Now, when you first start Modo, these are probably all set to basic, but a lot of the tools inside of Modo have advanced handles that give us additional little user interface, little widgets that just make the tool a whole lot easier to use. So I would suggest changing all these to advanced, and if it's too much, just go ahead and change it back to basic. Okay, a couple more that I want to talk about. Let's talk about colors. Now, here's where you get to change all of the colors inside of Modo. So if you want to go crazy, you want to change the background and the wireframes and the overlays, this is definitely the place to do it. Modo comes with a whole bunch of different color schemes, so check these out first before you go crazy and change your own, because some of these might have the ones that you want to talk about. Okay, last but not least, I want to talk about Autosave. Now, we have to turn the Autosave on right here using the Enable button, and you have your intervals. So every 5 minutes, it's automatically going to save my scene and put it in this directory. So if your computer is crashing a lot, or maybe you're just like to have it automatically do it for you, definitely want to check this. There are a ton of preferences that we haven't talked about. So I would encourage you to continue to explore and see what all these different preferences do. There's too many for me to talk about in one little video, but this is where you're going to find all of your preferences right inside of Modo.